All right, let's just jump right in. We are living through an absolute explosion of AI tools, right? I mean, every single week there's a new must-have model, a new game-changing app. But for developers, for actual businesses, this boom has created a whole new headache. It's complex, it's confusing, and man, is it getting expensive. So today, we're going to break down a platform that claims it's the one solution to rule them all, Abacus.AI. Does this sound familiar? You're trying to build something, and you've got like a dozen different tabs and subscriptions open. You've got one tool that's great for code, another one for writing, a third one for images. It's this constant shuffle. Well, that feeling, that's what we're calling AI subscription fatigue. And it's not just annoying, it's incredibly expensive and super inefficient.
And let's just do the math real quick. You've got ChatGPT Plus, that's $20 a month. You add on Claude Pro, there's another $20. Then Google's Gemini Advanced, another $20. Bam! Just with those three, you're already at $60 a month per person. Now throw in a coding assistant or an image generator, and you can easily blow past $100 for a bunch of tools that don't even talk to each other.
So here's the bottom line. The result isn't just a bigger bill. It's a messy, broken workflow. Your developers are wasting precious time just jumping between platforms, your data teams are building these crazy pipelines just to connect everything, and your budget is just gone. It's a system that honestly feels fundamentally broken. So how do you fix a problem this big? Well, Abacus.AI is taking a pretty radical approach, and they're starting with the part that hurts the most, the price. This is their answer to that subscription fatigue we were just talking about.
The answer is $10. Seriously, that's not a typo. $10 per user per month. Now compare that to the $60 we just added up for only 3 of the top models. This isn't just some discount. It's a completely different way of thinking. It's a price point designed to make you stop and go, okay, what's the catch?
And here's the answer to that question. For $10, Abacus.AI is basically giving you the keys to the entire AI kingdom. It's not just one model, it's a bundled subscription that pulls together access to more than 18 of the best AI models on the planet. One login, one bill, one single platform.
Okay, a low price is great, but what do you actually get? What does it look like? Well, Abacus calls their interface ChatLLM, and the best way to think about it is like a central command center, a cockpit for all your AI needs. You get all the big commercial models, but you also get access to some seriously impressive open source models, which we're going to dive into right now.
And just look at this roster. This is not a collection of second-rate models. We're talking the flagships. OpenAI's GPT-4o, Anthropic's brand new Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and Google's Gemini 1.5 Pro. Plus, it includes absolute powerhouse open-source models like Meta's Llama 3.1 and even Abacus's own Smaug model, which, get this, was the very first open-source model to actually beat GPT-4 on key reasoning benchmarks. The whole point is simple. You get to pick the absolute best tool for any job without ever having to leave the platform.
And this quote just nails their whole philosophy. The company's CEO, Bindu Reddy, who, by the way, has engineered AI systems at places like Amazon and Google, is betting that consolidation is the future. This isn't just a feature for them, it's the entire foundation of their strategy. They want to become the single subscription that replaces all the others. But Abacus.AI isn't just trying to be the Netflix for models. They're aiming for something much, much bigger. They don't just want to give you a tool, they want to give you an autonomous teammate. And this is where we meet something called DeepAgent.
So what is DeepAgent? Well, first off, it's not another chatbot. It's designed from the ground up to be a true autonomous agent. You don't ask it to write a little Python script. You ask it to build a full-stack web application with a database and user authentication. It's a pretty bold claim.
So here's how it works. You give it a high-level goal, like create a fitness app that has an AI trainer chatbot. First, it plans. It breaks that huge goal down into dozens of smaller, manageable steps. Then, it researches what it needs to know. Next, it executes. It writes the code, it accesses tools, it connects to APIs, and finally, and this is the absolute key differentiator, it deploys. It doesn't just hand you a bunch of code snippets, it can actually access terminals and cloud services to push a functional application live. It's not just a coder, it's basically acting as a junior DevOps engineer.
And apparently it works. The very respected data science site KD Nuggets describes seeing DeepAgent in action as the holy shit moment. And you can see why. It's one thing to generate code. It's a whole other universe to autonomously build, test, and host a working application from a single sentence.
Now, for any CTO or technical lead watching right now, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds cool for a solo developer, but can it really handle enterprise scale and complexity? This is where Abacus reveals its true roots as a serious end-to-end MLOps platform. And that's machine learning operations, the whole practice of managing an AI model's entire lifecycle.
This slide really shows you the engine under the hood. On the left, you see the cool user-facing tools we've been talking about. But on the right, that's the factory, the enterprise-grade architecture. This thing is designed to handle the entire AI pipeline, from raw data coming in, through processing and training, all the way to a monitored, deployed model in production. It's built to automate the work that would normally take an entire team of data scientists.
And for a CTO, this slide is like a checklist of everything you'd want. It's a full MLOps framework that handles critical stuff like real-time data streaming and continuous model monitoring to detect drift. Super important, it meets major security and compliance standards like SOC 2 and HIPAA, and it plugs right into the tools businesses already use, like Snowflake, AWS S3, and Slack. This isn't just an app, it's an infrastructure play.
Okay, so we've seen the crazy aggressive pricing, the all-in-one model cockpit, the autonomous agent, and the super robust enterprise foundation. Let's pull all this together and look at the bottom line. What does it all mean?
Well, the proof is in the performance. Looking at their case studies, companies using Abacus.AI are seeing some very real results. We're talking about a 95% accuracy in answering complex financial queries, a 35% drop in the time it takes to resolve those queries, and a 20% cut in operational expenses. These are the kinds of hard numbers that definitely get a CFO's attention.
So who is this actually for? Well, it seems like a perfect fit for solo developers and small teams who are just sick of juggling a dozen subscriptions. It's also ideal for businesses that want to get all their AI spending under one roof and deploy powerful models without having to hire a massive data science team. Now, on the flip side, it might be total overkill for an absolute beginner who just wants a simple chatbot. And it might not be the right choice for, say, an academic lab that needs super granular, low-level control over their GPU clusters.
And that really brings us to the final big question. Abacus is betting everything on this idea of an AI operating system. One single, unified platform where you can access any model, automate any workflow, and build any application you can think of. They truly believe the era of scattered, single-purpose AI tools is coming to an end. So the question for all of us is, are they right? Is this all-in-one approach the actual future of how we work with AI?